Greeting and welcome to Omnibros Live. Okay. Whatever. Welcome to Omnibros Live. I'm one of your co-hosts, Omnidog, joined by surprise guest, Minister of Comics. How's it going, Min?
I'm doing great. I got that $20,000 deposit from you guys for being a part of this video. So that's always exciting. So thank you so much for that gift for appearing on the show.
Oh, you're so welcome because you're so worth it.
Oh, I know. Yeah. But I still think it's good to be humble. So thank you.
You're welcome. And we appreciate you accepting $10,000 less than the normal guest. Oh, yeah. Gio, how's it going?
We treat our guests well on this show, and we got a big fat check for all of them. I'm doing pretty well. Happy to be here. A little bit tired, but my energy's back up because I'm live with everybody. And you guys
we're not interested in your problems. Of course we are.
I'm doing much better now that I'm live and hanging out with you, beautiful people.
It does jazz you up, sort of, to be online. I was not feeling well today, and I went online with T-Lar Blunt, who I was just jamming up that I had an action figure that he didn't, which is the way our friendship works. And it gave me more energy for the day. So
just feeds off the misery of others. That's his food for the day.
That Hayden, please make that a meme.
Oh, sorry.
That's like you're like a Dementor from Harry Potter. You just suck off the happiness from people.
Oh, that's so true. And T-Lar is supposed to be in the show, and instead he's texting me. Tyler, why aren't you in the show? Let me ask him.
Something about eating dinner with his lame family.
Why are you in the show? ?
Yeah, get him on the show. Phil.
And argue with me live.
Hey guys, right out of the gate, Omnidog so jelly for the Sentinel I saw today. Regret not getting the toy. Oh, look at that. Nice. Wait, let me highlight you. That's the HasLab thing, right?
That is the one I neglected to remember that I got. Ooh, Mr. Tex, right out of the gate with a $3.
Is that a Tri-Sentinel head or?
Thank you. Sorry?
Is that a Tri-Sentinel head or just
Tri-Sentinel head. It doesn't light up. Wait, no, one eye lights up on each thing.
Was that part of like the tiers of if you got to this level, they actually send you these extras? Or is that part of it anyway?
Dude, I don't even remember backing it. I don't know.
I just know that the tiers of the new Galactus are lame. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody was in the chat with T-Lar and myself saying, too bad these tiers aren't as good as Galactus's. And to which I said, that's your opinion. I'm glad you're happy with Galactus. That I do remember backing. It came with these dudes too.
Who are they?
They are wait, one of them is Master Mold Man and the other's like a Sentinel girl.
The blonde chick is Scarlett Johansson from Infinity War when she had blonde hair. And the right one is Quicksilver. Zombie Quicksilver.
Exactly. And they came with they came with a Master Mold head.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm not showing. There it is.
Oh, look at
switchable head. So you got two figures, Master Mold head. All right. I'll just lift it up and show you.
Yeah, show us the big boy.
Jess was hugging it earlier in the scene with Tyler. Whenever I pop in the chat, I see Jess is hugging it to his chest like a baby.
I was thinking
that thing's bigger than a baby, by the way.
I think so, yeah.
I wonder if it's bigger than my son.
Whoa.
My toddler.
It's like, yeah, like you gotta...
Wait, so I know Galactus is 3 feet tall. Is this one like 2 feet? Or is it 3 feet as well?
Oh, look at that. Sexy.
I did not measure him.
I think it's
I think
What?
it is slightly smaller than Galactus is going to be.
That's what I thought. Because Galactus costs more, I think.
Did it?
I didn't buy. I didn't buy either of them, so I just
No.
I'm just working off what I think I remember.
which is weird because you would think Galactus would be twice the size of the Sentinel, but okay.
There's only so big you can make these figures, though.
Oh,
That
I
being
know,
like
I know.
over $1,000.
And it came with a tendril, and I have Wolverine in the tendril
That's awesome.
fighting him. That was my first pose. Bishop fell out of his hand. But he also came with a... You can bet I've got a death grip on this dude. He's got a damaged head
Nice.
that doesn't light up and a damaged hand.
Ooh.
Battle damaged hand.
Oh, you
Jess,
could-
if we talk about toys for too long, someone might pop up in the chat and say we're boring them. So be careful. You don't want to upset a one viewer.
You could take a lot of cool pictures with that stuff, with the
Oh yeah.
damage stuff. Like you could do a whole dio of just broken Sentinel pieces. That'd be great.
Yeah. And just strewn, the floor just strewn with X-Men figures, just kick the bucket. So yeah. And it as you saw, that's right. It is actually.
And so, Jess, I can see you taking offense at this question, but I don't mean to be. I want to know the answer. Where do you think you're going to put that Sentinel? Like, do you have a spot for it?
I do.
Okay, I was worried you're going to be like, why did you bring that up?
No, it's going to go right where the Infinity Gauntlet was.
So that's why you that's why you gave it to me. Thank you.
I didn't even remember that I ordered this. Remember, I just noticed that spot was empty, and
Gets a good spot then.
yeah. It won't get kicked or anything there. I do not want to put this on any shelf or anything. I just cannot trust it to not fall over in the middle of the night or when I brush past it or look at it. So it's got cool articulation with its knuckles, the hands all have knuckle articulation.
I'm not going to debate that. If you like it, yeah, good for you, Aiden. I know a lot of people hate that movie.
Last Stand. Yeah, I remember liking that.
That's a movie that I don't think is that great, but I think it gets a lot more hate than it really deserves. It
Last Stand?
wasn't horrible. It was fine. It was okay.
Wait,
it wasn't as good as the first two.
Which one was? Now I'm forgetting.
It was the third one. It was after X-Men 2. It wasn't they kind of took this the storyline from Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men with like there's a certain way to get rid of their powers. The Phoenix arises from Jean Grey. And it was a lot of stuff happening at once, and it wasn't.
You got emo Jean Grey.
Yeah, it wasn't the best movie, but I think it's definitely more hated than it really deserves. There's some good moments in it, I think.
Was it this?
Is this a Sentinel party? Did I make it in time?
Wow, great quality, Tyler. Are you coming to us from like a storm shelter? It's like
Guys, I'm alive, but barely.
It's very dark. The audio quality sounds like you're in a cave.
It's me and my Sentinel hanging out. What we do in our time is our time.
There's the two Sentinel buddies right there.
Sentinel buddies! Let's go!
Hi again!
Good to see you. What's
Good to
up, everybody in
see
the
you.
chat? It's your guy, Omnidog from Super Squad Deal.
Oh,
D stands for drop.
I lost Wolverine.
Lost Wolverine right there. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat who helped make this Sentinel possible. I'm talking specifically to you, Jess, because you forced me to get it against my will.
You're welcome.
I love you for it. I'd like to also take this time to say, Jess, you suck. You did not deserve that Ben Reilly figure. You don't even know who Ben Reilly is. How dare you, sir?
Would
How
that
dare
be
you?
this one?
My Sentinel has something to say to you.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a Figuarts or a Mezco? Or
No.
what is it?
This is a Mayfex. Wait, was Ben Reilly a Spider-Man? I can't remember. Or is he some Irishman that just lucked into a story?
Just the worst Spider-Man of all time. I thought I'd get more of a reaction. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
look at that.
he's-
That's wholesome.
That's his big reaction there.
Yeah, screenshot that and I'll text it to Tyler's wife.
And he took himself out of the chat.
I got my shot in though.
Wow, that's shorter than Tyler agreed to come on the show.
That was literally a cameo appearance.
Right. Okay, so this is Hall's previews and reads and Sentinels. So if you came here,
Oh, they're talking about the movie. Sorry.
oh, that's fine. Last Stand is
Dark
the movie
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix remade, but replaced the Cure with aliens. It's Bring Your Sentinel to Work Day. Next to Matchinaut has a question for you, Gio.
Oh, I don't see you taking the time to do this. Would you agree? Do you want to get model kits? for
No.
Gundams?
I can't imagine Jess being into Gundam either.
I understand the attraction to those. I've seen Sherlock build a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't. As much as appealing as they look, I do not want to do that. I do understand the
Good
appeal,
answer. You offended Gio.
though. Oh, we lost him.
He's gonna go build some Gundams.
um,
When does the Galactus come out? Is it early, late next year? Is there like
I think it's probably around this time next year.
okay.
End of next year.
So you have some more time to clear some space, Jess, for that huge figure.
Look, this is a really tiny Gundam that I own that I mistakenly bought thinking I didn't have to do much work to it. I just assembled the pieces and that's that. And no, it was a unpainted model and I had to paint it by myself.
Is there Gundam paint? Did you have to go to the model store and say,
Where's the
"Excuse me,
Gundam paint?
can I have some Gundam paint?
I went to Walmart and bought paint.
Model kit paint?
No, just regular paint. On
What do you mean, like from a can?
No, like arts and crafts stuff with little
Yeah,
paint tubes and stuff.
right.
And
Mix it
match the
forth and-
colors, and it looks decent from afar. But if you take a closer look at it, it is terribly done.
Oh, it looks good from over here.
It looks good from here too.
Yeah. But they're not typically like this. I mistakenly bought an edition that was unpainted for that reason, so that you could have fun painting it. It was not fun to paint this.
Jess and I are far too lazy to do that. We're even putting off building our Legos, which isn't that.
Oh my gosh, my wife even got after me for not building my Lego the other day.
Well, and
How many sets do you guys own for Lego?
I only have two. I have the Seinfeld set, and I have the 1966 Batmobile, which Jess and I both have, and we plan on putting together on a stream together soon.
Yeah, that's not this coming Saturday because that will be Pittsburgh live.
Right.
But it's the following the second Saturday after that, the next Saturdays. The viewers have said they are willing to watch us put together Legos. So I'm calling their bluff. I don't think anyone wants to watch that, but we're going to have Lego cam set up and build our Batmobile Legos.
Well, the Batmobile isn't that much. It's not that much work, I don't think. The Seinfeld set I heard takes 2.5 to 4 hours. I'm not going to be on a stream doing that. So
no, I think the Batmobile is only supposed to be 20 minutes to half hour.
But I was in the mall the other week and I walked past the Lego store and they had one fully put together in the display case and it looked awesome. So I need to put that together. I need to put that together before the end of the year. That's my goal.
Well, we're doing it in a month.
Because I'm talking about the Seinfeld set.
Oh,
Because-
that's what was put
Because
together.
once my daughter's born in January, I'm not putting Legos together for a while. So I need to put that together before she comes.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Awesome, that's part of our plan for the weekend. Jess's lifelong dream.
Oh, that actually is a lifelong dream of mine, Mr. Awesome. When I was 13, I read an article about Franco Harris eating a sandwich at a place that the sandwich had the French fries in it with the coleslaw. And I said, that sounds amazing. And I've always remembered the name Primanti Brothers. And it's been a goal of mine for 50 years to eat at Primanti's.
It can't possibly hold up to the.
What's the sandwich?
It's called Primanti Brothers. It's a Pittsburgh staple. It's like a chain of restaurants in Pittsburgh, and they're famous for having fries and coleslaw on the sandwich or on the burger.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And the idea was that Franco was such a manly man because he was so huge. That was the place for him to eat. And then the article went on to a bunch of other Franco Harris stuff that I can't remember. I only remember the sandwich and the picture of the sandwich. And I was like, I must have this. And Taylor's going to help me.
Yeah, that's one version of it you can get. You can get a bunch of different types of meats. And they also have burgers, too. You can have instead of that, like roast beef or whatever you want to put on there.
Right. Now, are those skinny fries or steak fries?
They're kind of in the middle. They're not
okay.
skinny or steak fries.
Okay.
They're kind of like bar fries, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Where?
Jess and I are getting- Jess and I are
Taylor's
getting-
helping me realize this is a legit childhood dream. I've
You gotta
always
film
wanted to eat there.
You got to film that for Instagram or something.
Yeah, we're going to be really posting a lot on Instagram this weekend, I think, of our adventures. We're going to be getting pizza. We're going to be getting Primanti Brothers. We'll get some milkshakes. It's going to be I'm going to have to roll Jess home after all these meals we'll be eating.
I am okay.
We're going to visit a lot of comic book stores. That's
the prime thing is that Taylor has a honey hole, as we call it, that has lots of out-of-print books, and we each have a list of some things we need, and we want to start there and go to like 7 other stores, and my hotel's right next to a place called the Milkshake Factory that serves these incredible-looking milkshakes. Then he always sends me pictures of these unbelievable burgers where he takes his wife and son. And then I haven't had pizza in forever because I'm not supposed to be eating carbs when this trip will be nothing but carbs. But that's okay. $10 says there's going to be a Pittsburgh Omnidog variant in the chat after that. I'm surprised there's not one right now.
Yeah, so we'll do our first live show in the same window. So that'll be nice.
Right. We will be broadcasting Batter Days from Taylor's house.
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
I predict there will be less tension than my show.
Oh, it's going to be a much
I'll try my
more
best.
wholesome experience compared to that stream.
Well,
Yeah.
I behaved at your house. I think I'll behave at my house even more.
And I'll behave at your house too.
Yes.
Here's an important question. Do
Well,
their
Jess is
milkshakes
about to
bring
find
all the
out.
boys to the yard?
I believe that is a popular music reference, and my answer is possibly.
You'll find out this weekend.
I'm not interested personally. I'm not interested in boys coming to the yard for my milkshake.
I mean, this is going down a dark path. Maybe we should move on.
I just want milkshakes, and that's plural.
There we go.
Several.
We'll leave it at there.
Speaking of getting things, Jess, where can people get their books, though?
One of the greatest online retailers ever, InStockTrades.com. Whoops,
Nice.
let me find my mouth harp. InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 65% off. I believe if those books are still up there, there's a 65% off. 65% off books there at InStockTrades.com. At the end of every month, we give away a $50 gift card to a lucky viewer. Last time it was famous Tightwad Chat Omnidog who won. And $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. That's incredible. You get like 7 Omnis, they're free. Come on. fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm in the Australian outback when I hear that.
That's a didgeridoo, I think you're thinking.
I know, but it kind of sounds like that, though.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
There's a bunch of questions here that I wanted to highlight. Give me a second. That's a lot of people tonight. That's awesome.
Good.
Would you read a run of your favorite writer, but it's a character you hate the most? Or it's the character you hate the most?
That would be Tom Taylor writing Darkhawk?
Or Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel! Much better pull.
I always think that there's any character can be interesting in the hands of a writer.
I agree.
I can't think of any like characters from the big two that I absolutely hate. I can think of interpretations that I hate. But I think any writer can really take a character and really dig down deep into what makes them special.
Have you read Squirrel Girl yourself?
I haven't. But if it was like Ed Brubaker doing Squirrel Girl, I'd probably read it.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be totally great.
That's what I'm saying. I think if it's an exciting creator, I think you would even try it.
Oh,
Like
Squirrel Girl by Ed Brubaker?
Because Tom Taylor did a good issue with Squirrel Girl and All New Wolverine. That was fun. So if he did a Squirrel Girl miniseries, I'd probably read it. Because I like anything that he writes.
That is true. Yeah. That comment doesn't exist. Get rid of that. You get out of this chat, Phil Duran. Chase Chu said, I've had a chicken parm sandwich with fries on it. It was delightful. Chicken parm. What was that at Primanti's?
I have no idea. I don't know if they have that there. I think he's talking about in general. He's had that.
Oh, in general. Okay.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Though they might have it. I'm not sure. Never had it.
That's just a weekend, James, that we're doing that. That used to be my lifestyle every day in 2016.
I just want him to cut loose for a weekend and then go back to being 2021 Omnidog.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Chase says no.
No. Okay. Well, I'm glad that
something we said elicited a really strong response. I'm not sure what it was.
It was where he got the chicken parm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cleveland Brown, Jess, would you read manga if it's made by your favorite writer? I don't think so.
No, it's because I have trouble following it.
Yeah.
It's not the writing or the subject matter necessarily. I just have trouble following it to make it a cohesive story. My brain is so fixated or I don't know. My brain has been trained to read Western comics, and it's just been too hard for me to read manga.
Yep.
We all have certain neural pathways that have a hard time being adjusted, especially as you get older. Like that's why kids are able to adapt more, able to learn more. Whereas the older you get, the less you're able to really suck information in and really change.
That
Awesome.
Sounds super informative, but at the same time, it's the coolest diss ever.
No, I'm saying as someone who works with teenagers, I see how much they can really adapt and learn stuff. And as someone who's only in their 30s, I see myself diminishing in that way.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a diss at Jess. You could take it that way, but it wasn't meant that way.
Jess got a smiley from Eaton Park and or a frowny from Kings.
Yeah, we can get you an Eaton Park cookie.
What? Okay, that's a cookie at Eaton Park?
Yeah, it's a restaurant chain in Pittsburgh, and they have smiley cookies that are good. We don't have any Kings anymore around me that I even know of, though, so I don't think we can get a frowny.
What's a frowny?
It's a brownie with like a frown face on it. Because Eaton Park's famous for the smiley cookie, and so King's made a frowny brownie.
Oh.
In response. What?
Hayden, you go to hell.
Wow, that escalated.
Now that'll be a meme I'm gonna get on my Instagram messages in a few minutes. I see Hayden doing that very quickly. I get at least one meme every 2 weeks from Hayden.
Oh, this is my favorite thing. Read a manga backwards and treat every page as a flashback to the previous page. That's nice.
People will never stop trying, Jess, no matter how
No, they
much.
really don't. Simeon is right there, not impossible, but challenging. Here's the other thing. I have all this other stuff to read. I'm not interested in retraining my brain to try and read manga. I've got plenty of stuff to read traditionally. I've sampled and enjoyed the some Ito books. And that's enough. Peace and love. That's enough. I haven't got time for the pain. It's enough. I want to just tease Tyler Blunt about Ben Reilly and read comic books. Then my life will be complete. Oh, this is bad news.
Hayden has retired from meme making. Damn.
That's shocking.
Super.
So yeah, enough with the manga. It's not happening. It's just not happening.
But if you want to hear more about manga, you can watch Manga Bros on every other Thursday night.
This coming Thursday.
Yeah. We don't have a topic yet, but stay tuned. We'll think of something.
That's never stopped you before.
Yeah.
From what I hear, topics don't usually come until like 5 minutes before any Omnibros show, typically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to be on this Wednesday's show, and that's news. That's news, and what else, Gio?
Q&A from the chat. And news and Q&A, but we also like to go on tangents about movies and games and all that fun stuff. And I'm going to stream some Animal Crossing for everybody.
Oh, that's right. I want to see the new characters and the new setups. I want to see the coffee bar and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I'll be featuring a mini tour of my island on Wednesday.
Nice.
Okay, awesome.
I'm actually playing a video game for the first time in a very long time right now.
Ooh, which
Is
one?
it Guardians of the Galaxy?
I'm playing Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
Nice.
knew it. I want to get that. I may not be able to wait till Christmas.
Maybe I'll show you what it's like when you come over, Jess. I can play it for a couple minutes and show you see if you're into it. I'm enjoying it so far. The story is really interesting. The voice acting is really cool. I think
I heard it's really funny too, and that it's well animated. This sounds like something I may not be able to wait for Christmas.
I would say you should play Spider-Man first. I think Spider-Man's still a better game, just to be honest. I think this game's fun, but Spider-Man is still the better Marvel video game.
You got to check out that Spider-Man.
I'm serious. That's like one of my favorite video games. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not saying you have to play it right now. I'm just saying I would play it before
Stop
before
the stream.
Guardians.
Let's go play Spider-Man.
I would say play it before Guardians if you had to choose one.
I don't have to choose one. I can do whatever I want. I want to play Guardians.
Guardians is there's Walmart has it for like $50 if you want to.
I can download it too, right?
You can, yeah.
But I actually like physical copies of my video games.
I'm proud of you.
You know why? Of course, because I download them and then forget about them. But if they're sitting in front of me, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to play that back in 2017 when Spider-Man came out.
Oh, next Imagine on. What are you doing, buddy?
What?
Don't bring that energy to this chat. Come on now.
That's not like you at all. Why? What? Usually you're quite cerebral. You're just in the gutter there.
I got a question from me, from Phil. Hey, Gio, I want to get into Ito. What is his best book to you?
Uzumaki.
I still think that's his best work. However, there are a lot of underrated hits from his catalog of books. I would recommend. I usually recommend Frankenstein because it's so different. He's adapting a very famous Gothic masterpiece. You know, was practically the one that invented the Gothic horror line, and I think he did a really good job. And everybody always goes for Tomie and Gyo and Uzumaki, and they're all great, but I would recommend Frankenstein and maybe then Uzumaki. Why not?
Or you could listen to me, the manga expert, and read Uzumaki.
There you go.
Gio, you guys got to do a real manga, fake manga episode soon.
Another one? Oh, Jess will crush that. He won.
No, but the last time I was on when Jess wasn't here, we went through the previews, and there was a certain manga I couldn't believe existed, and I said it'd be a perfect one for the next episode.
I can't remember which one was it.
I'll message you after the show.
Yeah.
I don't want Jess to know.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. You did a review of Remina? Yeah, is that also good?
Yeah, it's short, but it's more cosmic horror about a rogue planet that's going to crash into Earth.
Oh, yeah, that sounded really interesting.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of fun.
For some reason, Ito is something I can follow, but why the hell did I let myself get sucked back into it? Let's talk about hauls. Did anybody haul anything this week? Haul.
I did, but it hasn't arrived yet. I do apologize.
Is it a haul if it's not in your house?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's a haul that's going to arrive at some point.
I'm in the process of hauling it.
Yeah. No, Big Stu, stop. I'm not gonna. Cut it out.
Stu, no, don't worry.
Big Stu, he's not even going to highlight you. I'm just telling you.
I'm not going to do anything.
Big Stu, Salty Jess is out tonight, and he doesn't want to play any games. I can tell when Salty Jess is out, and he's out tonight.
Let me say something for the chat. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to put anybody in timeout. But if you spam the same comment, YouTube does that. The chat is trained to do that with the messages. So just putting that out there. But I'm not going to put anybody.
He said it 3 times now. Put him in timeout.
Just imagine Jess as Jaws right now, and every time you comment about manga, it's like blood in the water, and he's going to destroy you.
What did you haul, Taylor?
I just got the Batwoman Omnibus in the mail today. So I'm excited to read that. I've read the Greg Rucka part of this, but I haven't read the J.H. Williams stuff. So I'm excited to finally read that.
Can we see the spine again so I can see how thick it is? Oh,
it's
good size.
It's decently thick, but it's not too thick. For me, as soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh crap!" What I meant to say is, I don't like big omnis, like massive tomes, and this one's just. Every time I about to say something, it sounds horrible. It's just big enough. So take that as you will. So I'm really excited to read this.
It's properly sized. No, that's going to be used.
Maybe we'll move on to the next book. So I got a bunch of other stuff in the mail of the past 2 weeks, and I read. This is also part of my read, Spider's Shadow by Chip Zdarsky. Jess and I both love this book. This is fantastic. Wouldn't you agree, Jess?
Yeah, I read it digitally, and I'll get it when the hardcover comes out eventually. I loved it.
This is part of the new What If line from Marvel, and it's basically what if Peter never took off the black suit. And it's really, really great. If you enjoyed his life story, Chip Zdarsky's life story, you'll enjoy this book for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Another book I also read, my favorite series at the moment, the new Reckless book, Destroy All Monsters.
Nice.
Jess, is there a more perfect book for me than this series?
No.
It's like Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips said, what's a book for Taylor that we can make that he would just love? It's like they opened up the hood of my brain and we're like, oh, let's make him this. This is my favorite series being published right now. Every single book is a 10 out of 10. It's a knock out of the park. It's fantastic.
And as soon as you get those books in, you immediately read them, right?
Oh, yeah. It's not even a question. I ignore my wife. I ignore my son. I ignore my responsibilities. I'm going to read this book as soon as it comes in.
Right.
I was telling Jess, if for some reason one day I ever stop collecting comics, I'll never stop collecting Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips books. I got the new Rick Remender trades, the last 7 to Eternity, and the second to last, the penultimate Deadly Class volume. So I'm excited to binge all of Deadly Class next year when it's finally completed. I read this digitally years ago, but I wanted to have the physical copies because I loved it so much. Red Team by Garth Ennis.
Mm-hmm.
Jess also loves this book.
Yes.
I think this is the most underrated Garth Ennis book. And I think it's also my favorite Garth Ennis book besides his Punisher run. I think a lot of people have slept on this book, but it's fantastic. It's about a group of detectives who get sick of criminals falling through the cracks, and they decided to take the law into their own hands, and chaos and murder ensues. And it's
So great.
fantastic. It's 2 trades. It wraps up really well. I would love to have more, but I think it ends perfectly as is.
So great.
And then I have a couple more. I just reviewed this today and had my dog pose with it. Rover Red Charlie, another Garth Dennis book. It's an apocalyptic tale, but it follows a bunch of dogs who have survived the apocalypse. And all the human beings have gone homicidal, gone crazy, and are killing each other. And these dogs are trying to make it to the Pacific Ocean where they hear that it's safe and there's like a safe haven for dogs. And so this is a book that's really, really enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. It's great. It's hard because as a dog lover, it's fantastic, but it's also sad because you do see bad things happen to dogs. So for some people, it might be difficult. I know there are some scenes I was like, oh, that's tough, but the overall message of this book is great and it has a happy ending. So I can say that.
You told me that I shouldn't read it, right?
Well, I know you're particularly sensitive to anything happening to dogs, so I thought it'd be safer for you not to read it.
Yeah, all right.
But I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I also had a good, decent size haul from Half Price Books. There's 3 more books. I got Desolation Jones with art by J.H. Williams III, who's always fantastic. He's a part of the Batwoman Omnibus I just showed off. And I read this and greatly enjoyed it as well. And then finally, I have the Hellblazer, John Constantine by Cy Spurrier. Read this digitally and loved it, and I had to have it physically. We're never going to get a hardcover for this. I'm just saying it now. It got prematurely canceled. It's fantastic. It's so sad that Cy Spurrier didn't get to do all of his plans for this book. But everyone should definitely read it. And that is my haul.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, well, I hauled. Let's see what I hauled. Where are my reads? I think I'm gonna have to do my reads off of my Goodreads. I also got, as a gift from a viewer fan, Destroy All Monsters, which is the LCS copy that comes with a signed bookplate.
Nice.
Not the crappy kind from Fantagraphics with the Holiday Inn note card. This is a boss signature that you stick right into the book. I just got it today. So I will be reading this right away. I like it almost as much as Taylor. I don't think anybody can like it as much as Taylor does. But
I don't think Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips like it as much as I do.
I won't. I'm confused by that question. But it was Lindsay, a viewer fan of my channel, that sent this to me from her LCS because I didn't even know it existed, the bookplate edition. So thank you to Lindsay. And I will have to do an Instagram post about it, although I don't think she has Instagram. But what a nice gesture to get this from a nice person. Speaking of nice people, I also got another gift. Superman and Lois.
Man, where are my gifts at?
Where are my gifts at? This is from Rick Nelson, who might be in the chat tonight. Rick, fellow toy collector who has fallen deeply down the G.I. Joe rabbit hole, decided he didn't want this and told me not to order it, but when it came in, he'd send me his, and he did, and I appreciate it. This is a fun story that I just wanted to have. It's a John Byrne story, and it's really nice of Rick to send this, so thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Have you read that storyline before? Back in Singles or something?
Back in Singles, yeah.
Do you remember enjoying it?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I do remember enjoying it. This book is one that we did a preview for back in summer, I think. And I looked and looked. I couldn't find any place to order it except my LCS. And that would be a book that Taylor is not allowed to read. Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights.
Is it a crime story?
The hell?
Vividly captures. I can't. Well, let's see. I can.
Can you show the inside?
Yeah. Vividly captures the wild excitement of LA's music scene in the 80s with Its potent combination of coke, sex, and heavy metal. The reader will marvel at how deftly Janie navigates hazards of her crazy world, somehow managing to keep her body and soul intact. A thrilling, titillating ride. No, I can't show you that. I can show you this. This is who's this by? Antarctic Press. But I remember the preview sounded really interesting and fun. And I had to order it from my LCS, which is Third Eye Comics. Nope, can't show you that at all.
Oh, hey, Emily's mom.
I mean,
there's some abuse stuff that I think happens. No, I can't show you that.
Will that go in the Omar box, Jess?
I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. No, it's not that bad. If I can show it on the air, it's not that bad.
If you show it on the air, it does not go in the Omar box.
No,
I mean,
my wife can deal with it in my afterlife.
This show isn't for kids. It's all right. You can show it.
Yeah. So I definitely want to read this week, but my priority, of course, Captain America by Ed Brubaker. And I really mean it this time. From Dark Horse. I did a Kelly Thompson. I bought a bunch of stuff from Kelly Thompson. And by bunch of stuff, I mean, I bought 3 books of Kelly Thompson's. Black Widow 1, because I got Black Widow 2 from our sponsor, but they were out of this Black Widow 1. I read this digitally online and really dug it a lot. So I highly recommend this. I'm looking forward to volume 2. I only read volume 1 online. Then Heart in a Box was recommended to me by several people on the Omnicat show a couple weeks ago, of a Kelly Thompson, of a really good Kelly Thompson book. The art's a little funky. I'm trying to make out what's going on. This looks like it's an actual heart in a box. When the man with no name breaks Emma's heart, she wants to die, but you never die from these things. You just want to. In a moment of weakness, she wishes her broken heart away, and a mysterious stranger, who may or may not be totally evil, obliges. It goes on, but this is a Kelly Thompson book that I really wanted to read. And several people recommended the Nancy Drew book. I remember.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I got that.
That's
cool.
Kelly Thompson too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
I have that one. That's a fun book.
This is, she's Nancy Drew's like a private investigator as a kid, like the Hardy Boys. I remember reading them as a child.
The Case of the Missing Chum. I remember that one. I used to read a bunch of those.
Yeah. So this is Nancy Drew, and apparently this is really good. So I wanted to get a really nice hardcover from Dynamite. Very nice quality. And
is it like a more like adult version of Nancy Drew? Is it?
Yeah.
It's
cool. Rated teen plus.
It's kind of like Ed Brubaker's latest book with Marcos Martin, Friday. It's about a girl named Friday Fitzhugh who is a grown-up. Now she's growing up, but she used to solve cases with her partner, who was kind of like an Encyclopedia Brown type of character.
Oh, I used to love Encyclopedia Brown.
Yes, I think you'll definitely love this series, Jess. It was a fun read so far.
Awesome. Abbott, 1973, Saladin Ahmed. I read the first Abbott. It was great. It was the first book I had read by him after Black Bolt, I think. Is that right, Gio? He wrote Black Bolt?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That's a great book that everyone should read.
Yeah. And so this looks really good.
I need to read that. I know you like the first one a lot.
I really did. So I'm looking forward to this one.
It's like a reporter who solves supernatural mysteries, right?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
I
love the 70s aesthetic too.
Is one of Detroit's toughest reporters, and after defeating the dark forces that murdered her husband, she's focused on the most important election the city's history, but when someone uses dark magic to sabotage the campaign, dark magic, I'm interested already. Oh, whoops. I don't want to show that because that would give something away, not because you can't show it. So I really dug the first one. And then Gio and I previewed this book, Hollow Heart, and it sounded really good.
You got it. Nice.
Do you remember talking about this?
It's about a dude in a suit, right?
Yeah.
And he
Who
can't
published
leave the
it?
suit.
He can't leave. It's Vault.
Okay.
Yeah.
L used to be human. Now he's a jumble of organs in a biosuit. L is also in tremendous pain and has been for a very long time. And then Hope arrives in the form of Mateo, a mechanic brought in to work on L's suit. Mateo sees L in a way no one else ever has, and what's more, Mateo offers L an escape. But it may not be the escape L expects. So, yeah, this sounded really boss to me. And I kind of can... I understand somebody that's in constant pain, so that aspect appealed to me. And that's all I hauled. I read a lot of digital stuff, and we can go on to that next. Yeah. I also hauled Ben Riley Mafex.
I don't think Tyler's watching still, but you can try.
Okay.
I had the horrific time of reading Man Goat and the Bunny Man.
Oh, it was horrible?
I want my time invested back.
Boy.
That was something. I mean, the art is somewhat decent, but everything about it, I just, it was bad.
That's so funny. It feels like you and I key on 2 or 3 books every previews that sounds sort of interesting to us.
Yeah.
And Hollow Heart was one of them. And Goat Boy and what was it? Bunny Face?
Man Goat and the Bunny Man.
Yeah, that one sounded interesting, but it turned out to be not good at all, huh?
It's 3 issues, and you're following a character that's a man goat, and the other one's a giant bunny who's the son of the Easter Bunny, and they go around, I don't know, I guess it's like Montana or something like that, and they solve crimes of the supernatural kind, but they're hidden from the regular people, which has an interesting premise. It just has extremely tacky, edgy dialogue. The art is actually okay. I really enjoyed the art, but then it has a lot of like it feels like you're reading or you're watching a 90s sci-fi movie, in that it's trying to be edgy, but it's actually pretty lame. They discover some missing women, and it turns out to be a cult, and the cult wants to get the man goat character for some reason because he might have some secret powers or something. He might be related to like evil demonic entities. It's wild, but there is some sexual content which was kind of cheesy at times, and really awful dialogue. The thing I hated the most was the dialogue. It was very tacky. At one point, the man goat, he's sort of a playboy Don Juan with all the ladies, and he gets upset at the bunny man because the bunny man's his partner. They're like a buddy cop team up, and he's upset at the bunny man because he wants to have a date or something like that, and he's like, "Shut up, bunny! No, nobody's gonna go look for you because you're a cryptid monster thing." I'm like, dude, you're a freaking man goat. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you discriminating on the bunny when you're uglier than the bunny? I would hate to see have you seen the eyes of a goat in real life and how terrifying
they're terrifying. The rectangle people.
Yes. Imagine that, but fully anthropomorphic, animal sized, like a human walking at you. No, that'd be terrifying. I would much rather see a giant bunny that at least I can pet.
Well, Spoonful of Brody's right. You should have just listened to Echo and the Bunnymen, my favorite group of all time.
Yes.
Who's Ocean Rain is just a gorgeous piece of work.
So I do have, before I wrap up my reads, I do have the Spider-Man, the What If story that you guys talked about. I want to read that because you guys recommended that to me. Miskatonic, and I started, but I can't give a review yet. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr or whatever.
Yeah, I want to
Van
read
B.
that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to knock out from my read list. But
Nice.
Man Goat and the Bunny Man, ugh. No,
I'll steer clear of that.
Yeah.
I pretty much mentioned all my reads besides one. I'm rereading Ed Brubaker's Catwoman right now, and I'm on volume 2.
Nice.
And volume 2 is by far the best part of the entire run. It's so great. And so if you don't have these 3 thick trades, you should definitely pick up the new omnibus that comes out, I believe, next year. This is all fantastic stuff. Ed Brubaker, what he does best, crime noir, but mixing it with superhero antics.
Oh, Catwoman's
awesome.
so interesting. And what's the Slam Bradley?
Slam Bradley's the best part of the entire run. He's a character that DC needs to use more. He's a private eye who loves to have bar fights. I need this. Tom King needs to do a 12-issue Slam Bradley series.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fantastic.
I feel like Slam Bradley is at least as old as Superman.
Yeah, he was a part of Action Comics, yeah.
Yeah, he's as
Sorry.
old as Superman.
I just wanted everybody to know what the hell I was talking about. Sorry.
Huh.
There's the Man Goat and the Bunny Man.
This is
Wow.
very
It's
strange.
really cheesy, guys, and edgy. I don't recommend reading it. Unless you're in the mood for that stuff, then yeah, go ahead.
But Jess, can you believe we don't have a good Catwoman McFarlane figure yet? Isn't that insane? I don't think we have it.
That is insane. What's up with that? You know
We
who else do we
definitely need
need?
it.
Who else do we need?
Batwoman.
Absolutely.
But we are getting the new Batgirl at the end of this month. That looks really cool.
I think she's cool too, but I have a Batgirl.
Has that stopped
I am
you
getting
before?
the new Batgirl, but man, I want a Batwoman and a Catwoman.
I really want to have, a Batwoman. I need a good Superman. They haven't made a really good Superman yet, in my opinion. And so I'm still waiting on that. I am excited for Swamp Thing. That's going to be awesome. That's
Me
going to be
too.
December. We need Zatanna.
Yeah,
We
that's
need-
a good suggestion.
We need a Constantine, the Detective Chip, so we can have a Justice League Dark Shelf. Would be fantastic.
That would be.
I would like a Justice League Dark Rebirth, so I can include Man-Bat and Alan Moore Swamp Thing with the beard.
Gio, did you have any Batman animated series toys growing up?
Probably, but I don't have any of them right now. I probably lost them or something.
There's a cool Man Bat that I still have.
Oh, I've seen
with
that.
with the jeans on and everything. That's a cool figure.
Yep.
I need to go find that. It's in my parents' basement somewhere.
Justice League Dark should be out the 17th of this month.
Are you
So
sure?
Yeah, I am sure.
Because I'm looking at it right now
Oh,
on our
what's
previews.
it say?
On our preview
For this
thing.
week?
I think so.
I meant it comes out this week, the collector.
Wait, give me a second. Let me double check.
You're killing me here, Smalls.
Because I saw it, I put it in the freaking thumbnail because I saw it on the Lunar. There it is. Yeah, Lunar says in-store date 11/9/2021.
Okay, good. This week, dude. That's good news.
Yeah, and I think McFarlane needs to stop making Batman figures and make something else. That's my 2 cents about that.
I already have too many Batman.
There's
McFarlane
way
figures.
too many Bat figures and not enough. I mean, DC has such a rich catalog of characters. No, let's pump out 100 different Batmen in like 3 years. Come on, guys.
I still buy a lot of those Batman, but I'm coming at the point now where I don't have any more room for Batman.
Yeah,
I really want a lot. I want a good.
They started. They did the Cyborg from Teen Titans, the animated show. Completely abandoned that line. They could have done a Starfire, Beast, but no, forgot about that. They did one Green Lantern. Let's ignore every other Green Lantern.
Well,
And-
they have John Stewart, and they have a Hal Jordan 2-pack with Dawnbreaker. I think eventually they'll have a Hal Jordan solo pack, which I really want to get.
I will get that. Yeah.
Because I really want a Hal Jordan.
I do want that Etrigan though from Demon Knights. I really want that figure.
Do you have that, Jess?
I don't. I believe I pre-ordered it and canceled it because I'm just going back and forth on it. I may wait till it comes out and then it'll be a game day decision.
Oh, sorry, Mars.
I want it.
Well, no, I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying that I can't decide if I really, really want it.
I didn't love it, so I decided not to pick it up. I mean, I think it's cool, but I just didn't really need it.
As long as it's not the Etrigan from Batman Damned.
Oh, no.
When's the Damned radio show happening?
Don't put that out there, please. No, we're not doing that. We already
I'm just going to toss that grenade, let it go off.
That'll bounce back at you. We've given up on that. Nobody even asked for that anymore.
I just thought I'd stir the pot a little bit. Why not?
Oh, Dean Winchester has an interesting question at 9:05 about Zdarsky. There you go.
Nope, it is not overrated.
Or do you think his run will be better than Bendis and Brubaker's?
I'm not caught up on it, but from what I've read, I think I read the first 20, maybe like 15, 20 issues. It is definitely going to be up there if he's able to keep the quality up. It's really great. I can't fully comment because it's not over yet and I haven't read all of it, but it's definitely going to be a classic. It's definitely going to be one of those things where people say Daredevil's the most consistently excellent written character at Marvel, from Miller to Brubaker, Bendis, Kevin Smith's run, Mark Waid, and they'll include Chip Zdarsky in that conversation. It's a really great run.
Wait, did you say Charles Soule?
Oh, yeah, Charles Soule is good, too. Yeah, I forgot to include him as well. But I think Chip Zdarsky's run is really, really worth checking out, even if you're not a big Daredevil fan. I think it's great.
Yeah, I may just skip Shadowland and start with Daredevil Wade up again. Oh, my gosh.
I just wanted to refresh everybody how awful that is.
You really don't have to understand anything from Shadowland to get Mark Waid's run. There's like one scene, and they explain it really quickly. I never read Shadowland, and I was fine. So I really don't think you have. Unless you want to read it, you can. But
I have it because I heard that it was just the tie-ins that weren't great. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Descenti's run is also great. So I was just including a couple that I really liked. So yeah, there's definitely a long string of great runs on that character. I think he's the most consistently written character at Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Reads. You guys both talked about what you read.
Yeah.
Oh, goody. My Suicide Squad Starfish vinyl from Mondo has shipped.
I knew you were going to say something shipped. I knew it.
Ooh.
So on Wednesday, it was Godzilla Day. So I read Godzilla, the Half-Century War by James Stocco.
That must be a Geo recommendation.
Every Godzilla book I have is a Geo recommendation.
Isn't Riley super into Godzilla too?
They both FOMO'd me heavily, but I think Geo is the primary culprit on this one.
That's right.
This book was amazing. It's this might be the first Godzilla book I've ever read, and it pulled a lot of the movie monsters and stuff into it, but it also talked about Korea, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, and how Godzilla. It got really interesting. There's this one soldier that has been that battles Godzilla for half a century.
Yep,
and something draws Godzilla to Vietnam.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Where this dude pops up. Who is this, Gio?
Anguirus.
Right. And there are wonderful. First of all, the art, of course. If you like James Stocco, you should. And his art is just gorgeous in this book.
Yep.
The story is really well written about how all these, because spoiler alert, it's not just Godzilla, it's all these monsters that show up, and what the governments of these various countries try to do to defeat Godzilla and these other monsters, why these monsters are showing up. and what they can do about it. And the rendering of these monsters by Stoko is incredible, and it's really well written. It's my first Godzilla book, and I can promise you it's not going to be my last, because I know I'm totally into Godzilla now because of Geo and to a little bit Riley, but
Yay.
but it's so good. I just highly recommend it. It's a beautiful IDW book, and I read it on Wednesday for Godzilla Day, the half century war.
Oh yeah, you could tell Stoko was having a fun time with that, because there's so much attention to detail to the kaiju monsters and all that.
Well,
wonderful.
That's a really fun part of the book, is his notes afterwards about how much fun he had writing it, and where he got inspiration for things and how he wrote it. This is one of the most interesting things in the book, is James Stokoe's afterthoughts in the back. Yeah. It's really neat.
My favorite scene from that book is when they show Space Godzilla. Spoilers, he shows up. I love that so much. That was one of my favorite splash pages of Space Godzilla and Godzilla fighting.
Let's see if I can find it.
It's around the middle portion of the book, I think.
Is that this?
Yes. I love that so much. That's one of my favorites.
Space Godzilla. So yeah, there's the Space Godzilla, which I was completely unfamiliar with.
Oh, Jeff was born on the same year as Godzilla, 1954. Nice.
Wow. Can you do some of the things Godzilla does, like nuclear breath and stuff?
Atomic breath. Nice.
Atomic breath?
Gio, what are your thoughts on like the most recent Godzilla movies?
The Monsterverse?
Like they have the Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah. That's from the Legendary line. I love them. I mean, I'm obviously biased. I prefer the Toho stuff, but phenomenal. I love every single one of them. But if I were to rank them, my favorite is King of the Monsters.
That's the second one?
That's the third one.
I found the first, like the reboot, 2014, I think. I found that one really boring.
That was Shin Godzilla?
One with Bryan Cranston in it.
Oh.
I found that one to be... I'll never forget seeing the 1998 Godzilla. I remember I saw it in theaters, and like this movie I was 8 years old. I'm like, this movie sucks. And then like there was a huge storm with like hail and lightning and pouring rain the entire time. And like, we go outside. It was like a disaster zone. It was like Godzilla had struck while we were watching a movie, because he was so mad that this movie sucked and we were watching it. He wanted to destroy our hometown. I'll never forget that movie experience. Walking out of a horrible movie to a horrible conditions outside.
I do remember watching the Zilla movie. I mean, it's not good, but as a young kid, I dug it. It did its job, and it got me hooked. And that was a memorable experience, because it was the first time I saw a Godzilla movie in theaters. I was a young lad, and I really enjoyed it at the time. But it's not a good movie.
It's hard to replicate that man walking in a suit destroying fake buildings. Like I remember watching that like videos from the library as a kid.
Yeah.
For some reason, it just has some magic to it that's hard to capture and see.
I loved Shin Godzilla. That was a wonderful movie.
Is that the Metal Godzilla?
That's the bureaucracy Godzilla.
That was 2016, if I remember correctly, with the atomic radiated Godzilla monster-looking design.
What's the Metal Godzilla?
Mecha Godzilla?
Yeah, that's what it is.
There have been 3 movies with him in it.
There's too many to keep track of. Too many Godzilla movies.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Gio's an expert, though.
But the newest Godzilla versus King Kong looked pretty fun.
I liked it, but it's not my favorite of the new ones. Like I was saying earlier, if I were to rank them, I would do King of the Monsters, which was the third one, Kong, Skull Island, 2014 Godzilla, and Godzilla versus Kong is my least favorite. But it's still awesome, though. It's just I really enjoy King of the Monsters.
I just don't see how King Kong stands a chance against Godzilla. I just don't buy it. I mean,
in the original,
I just don't get it.
In the original movie from 1964, Kong was the winner in that. And in this one, spoilers, Godzilla kind of wins, but it's more of a stalemate because everybody's alive.
It's like every superhero fight ever. It's a draw.
Yeah.
Stan Lee used to always say he never let a superhero win a battle against another superhero because he wanted fans to argue about it. So it always ended in a draw.
Yeah, and they're good guys at the end of the day, you know? And you don't want your good guys fighting each other.
But
That goes
really,
for superheroes
if King
as well.
Kong and Godzilla actually existed, I feel like Godzilla would destroy him. Just light him on fire from far away and he'd be dead.
Big Stu, the answer is no. They do not exist in the same universe. They do not cross over.
Criminal and Reckless in the same universe. There you
Yeah,
go.
and someone asked what's better, Criminal or Reckless? That's really hard to say because Reckless is so early on. They're both fantastic and you should read both of them. That's my answer right now.
I just found it funny, Spoonful of Brody, that in the 2014, they wanted more Godzilla, less humans, and then in the King of the Monsters, it was the complete opposite. Too many monsters and not enough human plot development. I'm like, guys, make up your mind. What do you want? We're in here for monsters fighting it out and destroying stuff. I mean,
One of my favorite things to do is look up 1-star Amazon reviews of different movies. And my favorite is Monsters Inc. 1 star, 1 line review. Too many monsters. that was my favorite review of all.
A Night of Fun on TikTok. I'm 2 episodes left in Squid Game.
Nice.
Night of Fun on TikTok gave us a compliment. I think Minister of Comics way early on in the show. So thank you, Night of Fun, for your compliment.
No, I'm going to
It was way early. We had him buy a book, and he did a TikTok on it, and he was really happy. Oh, Philip Kennedy Johnson's The Last God.
Found it. There it is.
Wow, nailed it.
Yeah, I think it's a book you would like, Gio, if you haven't read it already.
I haven't. I want to check it out. I love the art on that.
It's very, very involving. It's a book that you kind of get immersed into, and you really get a feel for the world. So I think you would really enjoy that.
Just Taylor, your interview with PK.
Sorry.
PKT got me buying and reading The Last God. Now I've made my own video of his book on TikTok. Thank you for making me buy the book. Well, we didn't make you buy it. That was your choice. But thank you for watching, and I'm really happy that you liked it. We both liked it a lot. I think I liked it a little more than you did, Taylor.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed it, but I think you enjoyed it even more than I did.
Is that still available?
It should be, I think.
Should be, yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, I was really taken with it, and so we had I did a review of Last God, and I loved that I got a snarky comment on it. For some reason I really love snarky. No, I shouldn't say that. Fuck that. Sorry, I'm taking it all back.
As I said, Salty Jess is here.
Salty at nothing. I don't even want to put it out there. Anyway, somebody disagreed, and it just cracked me up that somebody would take the time to write this screed of negativity. I'm like, if you didn't like it, why are you spending so much time telling me? It doesn't affect me. I liked it, and if you didn't like it, what's your deal? Is your life, what's going on with you?
I just think it was too oniric for that person.
It could be.
The book is not available right now.
Anywhere?
I can't find it on the websites that we usually
I know
search
it
for.
has gone out of stock out on IST and they bring it back. It's a pretty popular book, so I'm not sure if it's out of stock, but
You're gonna have to read it digitally then.
Oh, that's not a good idea, because the dust jacket folds out into this giant map, and it's really fun thing on the map.
Why are you doing this to me? Now I want it.
Hello, who's the one with 15 Godzilla books and the soundtrack to Godzilla?
I love that you bought the soundtrack and I didn't do anything on Godzilla Day.
Gio, there are 12 left on Amazon.
All right, I'm gonna go to
And
Amazon.
it's a pretty decent price for Amazon.
No, there you go.
I'm sorry to your sponsor, but
That's all right.
Amazon has it.
Well, you know, it could come back into stock, but you got to read it. I just loved it.
Shout out to Jake for excellent taste. That is true. All my favorite Godzilla movies are the Mecha Godzilla movies. He's my favorite bad guy.
Yeah, Mecha's pretty cool.
I bet they'll do an oversized hardcover of Last God at some point as well, but you never know.
That deserves
An absolute. That'd be great. Absolute.
Yeah, 100%. It deserves oversized art. That art is great. That is really great. I just took another picture and sent it to Tyler of this. Dean Winchester has a question that I think is probably best answered from Taylor.
What is Brubaker's best run? Captain America, Daredevil, or any other? Also, what is his best miniseries or short story, like The Batman Who Laughs? Your opinions?
It's hard to argue that he's most well known for Captain America in terms of runs. We're talking about superhero big two runs. I think I personally enjoy his Daredevil run even more, even though Captain America is fantastic. I just like his Daredevil run a lot. I love that first storyline, Devil in Cell Block D. Did you read that, Jeff? Yeah, you read it. That's a great storyline. I think really I like Bendis's run better overall, but I think that Brubaker had the best overall arc in Devil in Cell Block D. Yeah, so that's my pick for superhero runs from the big two. And miniseries, I love Pulp. Pulp is fantastic. I think it's really underrated. I mean, I don't say it's underrated. People really do love that book, but we always talk about Criminal, talk about Fatale, we talk about The Fade Out. I think Pulp is a really great one and done story.
I'm going to pick Fatale, Immortal Iron Fist, and from DC, Gotham Central.
Oh.
Gotham Central is also really great. I mean, in terms of non-big two stuff, I think Criminal is their best run. It's hard to argue against that.
He has that Dr. Doom.
My favorite Brubaker story is My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies.
And that's part of Criminal, so.
Yeah. But that's my overall favorite Brubaker story. As far as his collected work, I did love Kill or Be Killed.
That's also awesome.
I love
Velvet.
Velvet was great. I'm looking
for some reason.
People
hate on Incognito, but Jess and I both love that book.
I really liked it, and I think people like to hate on Scene of the Crime too for some reason.
That is a great Private Eye story.
Yeah,
really strong. Like one of his first books that came out. It's really, really strong.
I really loved Incognito, and I dug Scene of the Crime. But I think the Fade Out is probably. Now, I haven't read Captain America yet because I have been putting it off since January. Sleeper's great too. Yeah, I did. I read Sleeper and I loved it.
It's all great. It's hard. It's like splitting hairs trying to pick the best. Fantastic.
I love everything I've read of his.
Jess, what's the difference between Criminal and Reckless?
Well, they're completely different stories, Big Stu. Reckless is a surfer guy, private investigator that investigates things as a favor. And to people, he has a movie theater with a spunky assistant who I want to know more about. And I think we learn more about her in Destroy All Monsters.
The one's all about their relationship. And the fourth book that comes out next year is all focused on her solving a case by herself.
Oh,
so that'll be really interesting.
And then Criminal, Taylor, why don't you? I have a hard time summing up Criminal. Why don't you?
I think Criminal really confuses people because it's been collected so strangely over the years. It started at Marvel Icon, and then it moved over to Image, and they've had also My Heroes Have Always Been Junkies, which is an original graphic novel, and then Bad Weekend, which was a collection of some issues from Criminal. So that's been kind of confusing to people. But it's really easy to collect now, unless the hardcovers are... Actually, I think Cruel Summer's out of print now. So that might be hard for you to get.
But Criminals, they're all in print. All
Yep.
3 of them.
Yeah, but Cruel Summer is the final volume, and that's out of print, I think.
Oh.
Because Cruel Summer basically is volume 4 of the deluxes.
Okay, yeah. Explain what it's about.
It's basically it's an anthology series set in this one universe, and it's all these interconnected stories throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, current day, and it's all really centered around the Lawless family and other families around their orbit. You don't really get involved in any of good guys' lives. They're all thieves, murderers, degenerates, and it's fantastic. It's one of the best series of all time. The best thing about it is you don't have to read in order. They all it's kind of like Pulp Fiction in a way. It's a bunch of interconnected stories that tell a bigger story, though. And Cruel Summer is actually set like really early on in the series chronologically, but it's a great capstone to the entire series, focused on the character of Teague Lawless, who is the main character of this entire run. Basically, it's one of the best comics ever made, and you definitely need to read it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Totally agree. Wait, what's the name of the book that I have that you don't?
Rub it in my face. Low Life.
Low Life. That's his like autobiography. He wrote it himself about himself.
Jeff, have you read Dead Enders? I haven't read that yet.
I read it a long time ago when it was in floppies or when it first came out. I don't have a memory of it.
I think it's at my honey hole.
Should
I pick that up, you think?
Let's look at it and we'll decide. I liked his authority. My least favorite Brubaker is
I did like his authority a lot as well. Whenever they're like
X-Men.
His authority run's cool when the authorities actually they're actually the leaders of the United States. I really enjoyed that run with Dustin Nguyen art. I really liked it. It wasn't as good as the Warren Ellis stuff, but it was still great.
Yeah. I continue to think that book, Deadly Genesis, which got root beered by me, one of my last root bearings, one of the worst retcons in the history of comics. I somehow think a young Ed Brubaker was pushed around by editorial to write a really crappy comic. I really don't think he has that much crappiness in him, even as a youngster, because I read Low Life, and that was one of his very first things. And it was great. He even drew it. So I just think that when one of these writers it takes a certain kind of writer, I think, to get into the Big Two's playground and play well with the characters. Lemire has had a problem with it. Cullen Bunn had a problem with it, and I'm talking about X-Men. Tom Taylor did well with it. He in All New Wolverine and X-Men Red, but I just don't think Brubaker. It was Brubaker's fault that was that bad. Just as I think Batman Damned had a lot of editorial weirdness going on in it that I don't put all the blame on what's his name? My good friend at Baltimore.
Brian Azzarello.
Azzarello, right. Yeah.
You guys want to do previews?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I didn't tell you what I read digitally, but I've been.
No, go ahead.
I've been talking about myself too long.
Oh, go ahead, do it.
Let me just tell you quickly what I read, and I won't go into it. Goodreads. I read it all digitally, and it's hard to get those in Goodreads sometimes. Let's see. Joker Harley Criminal Sanity, Harley Quinn Make 'em Laugh. Okay, that was obviously great. That's a digital first comic. Harley Quinn Make 'em Laugh. Mark Russell wrote it, and so did Marguerite Bennett. Joker Harley Criminal Sanity, I'm doing a video on. Birds of Prey, Sirens of Justice, that is a digital comic first. Wonder Woman Agent of Peace, Volume 1. I read the first one because Harley's in it. I was in a Harley mood. Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill tour, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That was good. Not great, but it was good. Justice League Endless Winter, much better than I thought it was going to be. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal by Garth Ennis, which Taylor's not allowed to read.
I think you said I might like it.
I told you it's totally blasphemous.
Oh, never mind.
Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow, Scars by Warren Ellis, Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life. Oh, and then we got into stuff I've already read, Lolo Woods and like that. So I read all those and dug them. I enjoyed all of them, some more than others. Some got 5 stars, some got 4 stars. I don't think anything got less than 4 stars. I was happy with everything. Except Daphne Byrne. What a sucktastic book. I want my time back from that. Oh.
And Jess, my honey hole does have dead enders, so I gotta check that out. I just looked it up online.
Interesting. The plot thickens.
Yeah, what happens if I want it?
I thought you had it.
Dead Enders? No,
Yeah.
I don't have it. I don't even remember reading it hardly.
Oh.
I sense some Omar tension happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ugly.
But speaking of awesome tension, here are this week's releases. Lunar and DC. You got a bunch of comics I'm not going to talk about, but here is Amethyst, Princess of Gemworld trade paperback. I assume this is a YA book. Batman and Robin and Howard trade paperback. Batman Superman Volume 2 World's Deadliest trade paperback.
I really loved the first volume of that.
Jess, great news. There's another comic store that we're going to go to that also has it.
Is it just one volume?
Yeah.
We'll both be happy. We won't kill each other.
There we go.
Nice.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
A bunch of single issues right here. Nobody cares about that. Oh, look, more Harley Quinn. That's cool.
Eat, Bang, Kill Tour 3.
Well, issue 3 of 6.
But I've already read 4 on digital. Don't those come out afterwards?
It might have been a digital first series.
Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah.
I've read a bunch of those on the DC app.
Can't wait for season 3 of that show.
That's a cool cover. I like this one.
That is a cool cover. Is that Frank Cho? Oh, who is that?
No.
Megan Hetrick.
Megan.
Never heard of her.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I also can't wait.
There is the Hill House box set coming out with one book right there in the middle that Jess hates.
Why couldn't we get Sea Dog separately? This is so annoying.
I can tell you, don't waste your time with Sea Dogs.
Oh, it sucks?
It didn't suck, but it's not worth getting that box set for.
Oh, I'm not going to get the whole box set because I only like the Hill House comics by Joe Hill. Really?
It says here, exclusive to this box set, Sea Dogs, now expanded to include 14 new story pages not included in the original run.
Well, I doubt those 14 pages can help
We'll
it.
save it.
But Basketful of Heads and Plunge are fantastic.
I loved Lolo Woods, and I was more of a fan of Dollhouse Family than you were. I loved those 4 books. 4 out of the 6 are.
And Daphne Byrne is Jess's book of the year.
Yeah.
That gets the Golden Kirkman from me.
Wow, it's the worst book you've read this year.
By far.
Wow.
I was emotionally damaged by that book. I was
Gio,
furious.
what's the worst book you read, you think, so far this year?
Oh, the
Bunny Man and Goat Kid?
Oh, okay, right.
Man,
Yeah,
Goat, and
that's
Bunny
fair.
Man. That was awful. Atrocious.
Oh, you're right. There's JLD.
Here's Justice League Dark, the New 52 Omnibus.
How many pages is that bad boy?
1,600 plus pages.
That has to be one of the top 5 biggest omnis.
I think it is the thickest DC Omni.
I need to get all my reading. I need to get Cap read by Brubaker before that comes in because I'm diving into that. As
So you're going to finish 5 omnis before then?
Well, I at least want to get Death of Cap finished after Cap.
Yeah.
We believe in you, Jess.
You
But we
shouldn't,
also,
but
but we
thank
also
you.
don't believe in you at the same time. I believe. Help my unbelief.
Here is Man Bat trade paperback also coming out.
Can't
The
wait.
miniseries.
Can't wait for
Uh,
that.
No Ghosts in Hiroshima.
Hey, Jim Kruger. Jess, he wrote Justice.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
I haven't heard from him since Justice.
No. I heard a story about him, and
I did too. Yes, I know the one that you're thinking of.
yes, he's not a happy customer of a. He wrote an unhappy letter to his online retailer of books.
Now, no, this isn't DC. I don't know what this is, but the recount. Okay.
I'm excited for Robin and Batman by Lemire and Wynn whenever it's collected.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Great.
And what about this one? Superman, the One Who Fell, from Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Yeah. Should I get that, or should I wait for the inevitable standard size hardcover?
Well, the weird thing is they usually start with the hardcover first now with how DC's collecting it. So this is very strange. Usually do the standard size hardcover, then the trade, and then if they do an Omni or do a deluxe, they'll come on later. So I don't know why they're. But it's DC, so why am I confused? They do dumb things.
Yeah. Here's a comment from Dean. Gutter loss will be a big issue in the Justice League Dark Omni, just like it was a problem in Blackest Night. It's like a mousetrap, too much excess glue.
To that I say, don't care. Going to read it anyway.
That's the right attitude.
Happy to have it in my collection, and I will read it right away.
As Jess would say, forget it. As Jess always says.
Forget it.
Here we have the other publishers.
Oh.
Yep.
The writer of Home wants to be on Omnibros again.
They're going to schedule that soon.
Yeah.
From Image Comics, we've got Homesick Pilots Volume 2.
I've heard that's a good series.
Trade paperback. You guys interviewed him on a Sunday, right? When
Julio Anta. Yeah, we interviewed him on a Sunday, but now that the trade's coming out, that book sold well. It's a really good book, and he was a good interview. So maybe he'd be good for a Wednesday show.
Yeah. Shadecraft. I do want to read this.
That's supposed to be really good.
So I probably will be getting this. I'm super conflicted about this. I love Unnatural. I've made videos on it on my channel. It's a really awesome series. But I already have the trade paperbacks. I don't want to upgrade to an omnibus.
Image never does omnis. That's weird.
But I'm so tempted.
That's by your gal Mirka Andolfo, right?
Yes, she's awesome, and we actually follow each other on Twitter.
It sounds like you need it, Gia.
Yes, damn it.
If it makes you feel better, I'm going to get this too.
And what do I do with my trades?
Don't worry about it. Forget it. It works for everything. Forget it. Gio, here's the question I'll ask you. Would it make you happy to buy this omnibus?
It will save some space, but I don't really care because I'm happy with the trades.
Then don't buy it.
Oh, don't buy it then. If you're happy with the trades, I'll get the omnibus and I will happily show it to you and say, this is what you're missing.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that's what's going to happen.
And Jess's book of the year from Dark Horse.
From Dark Horse, we got the final release this year of Berserk, hardcover volume 9 of the deluxe editions. The next one is in March, so it's going to be a while.
Hey, peace and love. Anybody that likes it, good for you. I'm glad that they're putting out these deluxes.
So, Gio, basically this series will never be finished, though, because he died before the series was finished, correct?
Yes, unfortunately, he passed away this December in Japan. They're going to release volume 41 in the smaller format. After that, we still don't know what's going to happen. And we don't know if the studio is going to continue the series with the with Miura's staff. We don't know that. They probably won't. They probably will. Who knows? But I do know that Dark Horse will continue putting these deluxe editions out. And with 41, it'll be a total of 14 hardcovers total for Berserk.
14?
Yes.
How many of these come out a year?
About 3 or 4.
Okay, so because NFL dude's asking when they should finish.
Yeah, early 2023. Yeah, seems about right. DC, we already went over that. Marvel with that amazing cover for America Chavez. Look at that. Love it. Carnage, Black White Blood Treasury Edition. Conan the Barbarian, Jim Zub, trade paperback, volume 2. Death of Captain Marvel Gallery Edition. Spoilers, he dies. Cole the Destroyer, original Marvel Years Omnibus.
Jess is buying that.
No, I am not.
Mighty the Mighty Marvel Masterworks for kids. I don't know what kid would like to read this era of Hulk, but whatever. Volume 1. You get the Cho cover, which looks amazing, and you get the
that looks amazing too. That's iconic.
Yeah, it's iconic. But,
how dare you?
But for a kid, if you're a kid, which cover are you going to lean towards?
If I'm the kid,
yeah,
I'm gonna lean towards the classic.
I think he's talking about kids today, Jess.
Kids today are going to gravitate towards.
Forget those kids.
Reign of X Volume 5 is coming out, and Star
Once
Wars
again, great cover.
Legends, Boba Fett Blood Ties. I can get the cover if you guys want to see it.
Get the cover of Reign of X also, please.
Okay,
I'm getting those.
Give me a second.
Hurry!
Wait, hold on.
Do 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 do.
Here it is.
There we go.
Nice, thank you.
Reign of X Volume 5. Everybody's all sad in this book, so
Aww.
be prepared.
This is X-Men. We can't have fun. We gotta cry.
Exactly. Star Wars Legends Boba Fett Blood Ties. From Boom Studios, Short While original graphic novel hardcover. And then
time for Jess to go to the bathroom.
Other section. I'll go by this real quick. I'll go by real quick. You got Bat Pig hardcover.
While Jess is gone, maybe we'll find a manga we can include in the next real manga, fake manga.
Oh, definitely. Bobo and Pup Pup. Let's Make Cake. That's adorable. Book of Magor Thum. I probably butchered that. Sorry. Cat Ninja. That's cool. Sigatera. That's a fun one. Cirque du Freak Omnibus Volume 4. Dark Souls Complete Collection from Titan Comics. If you're a Souls fan. A bunch of booby books.
Now Jess is looking.
Oh, whoa.
There are some coming out. Destiny Lovers. Does a hot elf live next door to you?
A hot mom does.
Double Your Pleasure.
gosh.
Twin Yuri Anthology and Elder Sister. Demon Slayer Complete Box Set. That is going to be a pain to get because some people are going to get it, others are not because it's already out of print. So it's going to be a while. But that's a hot box set that a lot of people are after.
I'm not.
I know, unfortunately. Edo Ninja Scrolls. This is a pervy one. If you're
This
wondering.
is Geo going fast through manga.
Yes. Exo Drive. No, not this. No,
I'm about
no,
to channel
not that.
Lars.
Found Footage Graphic Novel Volume 1.
Lars, tell us you're bored with this part.
I'll go fast. Calm down, guys.
You said that.
Found Footage Graphic Novel Volume 1. Freyren, or however you say that. I want to read that. More manga. Himawari House from First Second books. This is cool. If you like Junji Ito, he has Cat Diary, Yon, and Mu coming out. However, this has already been collected in a small trade paperback format. Trade paperback format. But this is a oversized hardcover, and it has bonus material, and the front cover glows in the dark. So if you want this to match up with the rest of your Junji Ito books, pick it up.
I'll let OmniCat tell me about it.
It's
air.
It's a really funny story. It's his story about owning cats. There's nothing horrific about it, and it's more a comedic book and how he views the cats in sort of a manga style, like the rest of his books. With
okay,
creepy...
Taylor, you and I should write a manga about owning dogs. How interesting would that be?
There you go. Yeah.
Not at all.
If you want to find out about my dog, check out my latest post from today at Minister of Comics on Instagram. Shameless
Wait,
plug.
what glows in the dark? The cover for the book for Cat Diary is a glow in the dark cover. More books coming out include Lore Olympus from Del Rey. You got the graphic novel and the hardcover edition, or the trade and hardcover. Sorry.
Are we on Z yet?
We're getting there. Mark Rocco, Story of His Life, Mighty Jack Trilogy box set, Nightmare in Savannah graphic novel, No One Else trade paperback.
Cares about this.
Nottingham Volume 1, Death and Taxes. Interesting. Auto a palindroma. Whatever. Pearls Before Swine, Pearls Awaits the Tide. Pompo the Cinephile, Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. Red Room, Antisocial Network.
I'm not allowed to read that.
I've heard about that. Yep.
Yeah, Gabe told me I was forbidden.
If Gabe tells you you can't read it, you best believe him.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm taking that advice.
Sleepover, graphic novel. Smart Girl hardcover from Titan Comics. Star Wars Thingamajig.
Chat on me, dog. There's no gift card to give away. You don't have to be here anymore.
Unimpressed.
You'll have to pinch those nickels like manhole covers until you get the next gift card.
That's it.
Zing 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 zing. That was awesome, and many of those books can be found at our sponsor, the fabulous InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. On the title page, they're up to 65% off. Loyalty discounts add another 2% to that. At the end of every month, you could win a $50 gift card to IST that we give away to a viewer like you, Chad Omnidog. Yeah, he was the winner of last month's. He bought 50 trade paperbacks for $50 that were all on sale in the damaged and nicked pile. Nice. Order $50 or more in the United States, you get free shipping on all orders. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Hit him with the mouth heart.
I don't think JLD will be on IST until tomorrow, Danny, at Tuesday at 3:00. Vigilante Danny.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That'll be released tomorrow at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not now.
And we got a super chat from Jeff, who's from the UK, apparently.
You want to read that super chat, Jeff?
£2. Yeah, Jeff Sutter sent us £2 saying, Takahashi manga rules.
That's right. Rumiko Takahashi, one of the greatest comic creators of all time, manga included.
God bless him. And his £2.
Thank you, Jeff, for the super chat.
Very much so. Do you want to give him some type of video for that?
Oh,
no, I don't think we should because Minister of Comics.
Please, no fries, please.
No.
Okay. Nope. Bad idea.
Way ahead of you. And
man,
Gee, I hope you are right when you said back in July and August that Demon Slayer Boxer will be on IST. I have a feeling it won't be, but I will check.
Is that something somebody could have pre-ordered if they really wanted it, or Is it just kind of luck of the draw?
Yes, it's kind of difficult. They should have copies, but I don't think they have enough. And I think it's going to sell out quick if they do have them. It's a really popular series, and a lot of people are anticipating the box set. There's not enough copies, and I think it was Right Stuff that had the warning. Let me check that real quick before we wrap up. It's already out of print, so good luck, everybody.
Maybe we'll find it at one of the honey holes in Pittsburgh.
It says, this is from Right Stuff. We have been informed by the manufacturer that due to overwhelming demand, orders after September 22nd may be delayed due to supply chain issues at the printer. Your order guarantees blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
Well, N-Man 40, you may have cost yourself the box set with your stubbornness. That's the last comment there. Wouldn't you?
I get them because the website offers free shipping on all orders after $75, and there's no reason why they have to charge shipping for something. The box set is $150 on their website.
Oh, and they weren't offering free shipping on that?
No.
But if it was in high demand, wouldn't you want... This is just the way I think. I don't ever let shipping get in my way of a book or a box set I really want. That, I guess maybe that's just my attitude. I'm not lecturing. I'm just saying if this is something people really wanted, like the Akira box set that I ordered.
That collected dust for years.
The collected dust for a few years until it went out of print and I sold it on eBay. I think if you really, really want something that badly, you really should pre-order it. Right?
I agree. Maybe? But, sometimes you can't pre-order. I get it. And you want to wait. Hopefully it does come out on IST and people can grab it.
Well, I'd be right there at $259 refreshing then.
Hit the F5.
I just got a flashback to last year, and I had to do that all the time in IST.
Oh boy, yeah, that's right.
I remember me and Jess would just be like, "This is horrible." Every single Tuesday.
Yeah, we were just commiserating that our hobby wasn't fun anymore.
Thankfully, it's not like that as much anymore.
Jeff, I got your back, brother. Here's some fries for you. There you go.
That's the way to do it, buddy.
And there was another super chat.
Fries, Jeff.
Let me get the other super chat because I don't want to leave my other dude hanging.
Did we have another super chat?
Yeah, earlier. I can finally scroll all the way to the beginning of the chat. That's a new feature from StreamYard. That is amazing. Thank you.
Oh, because you usually cut us off.
Yeah, now I can go all the way to the beginning. No problem. Mr. Tex.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Tex.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
The other thing is, I think that Jeff has a frequent your LCS. That's a good suggestion. I got a Mezco figure that's now out of production for T-Lar Blunt from my LCS.
That's a cool
and now people are going crazy over it. It's the Conan figure.
That is a cool figure.
It's not one
you don't want that.
Sorry?
I'm surprised you don't want that, Jess.
No, I wasn't really interested in it, but I was happy to pre-order it for Tyler.
He's a big Conan fan. He said sarcastically.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even, but I didn't question it. He just said I really want it, and I said okay. I think it might have already sold out at Mezco by the time he wanted it, and
he just likes anything that's cool, basically. He doesn't care if he's ever read it or not. He just wants it if it looks really cool because he wants to get those cool pictures of it.
Well, I can't point fingers at that. I have tons of cool.
I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying I don't think it matters to him if he loves the character or not. I think as long as it looks cool, he wants it.
Yeah. I have tons of figures of characters I've never read because they look cool. Yeah, plenty.
James, Geo and Jess, did either of you ever read the Marvel Godzilla King of the Monsters comics? Maybe. I don't remember them. I don't remember a lot of that material.
No,
I don't know.
no, I did not.
Maybe when I was little back in the day, but I don't remember much. Sorry. If I would have bought $150 worth of single volumes, it would have been free shipping. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
The websites are weird like that sometimes. But hopefully IST will come through. And
I hope they do for you, N-Man 40. I understand. I totally understand when you really want a book and it's hard to get right out of the box when it's, brand new and it's already sold out. That's an anxiety producing situation. I feel for you, buddy. And I'm being sincere, by the way. I know it's hard to tell, but I am. So, it's almost 10 o'clock. We've had almost 2 hours of this fun. Minister of Comics, you've been a great guest. Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for $20,000, I'll put on a really great personality for everybody.
Okay, well, let's see what happens if we up the ante next time. Where can they find you on social media?
They can find me at Minister of Comics on Instagram. I also appear on Omnidog's Vault with Jess on Batter Days in the Batcave and every once in a while on Crime Corner. And Jess will be appearing on my Instagram feed, I'm sure this weekend, as we post a lot of stuff and what we'll be doing.
Eating, drinking milkshakes, looking for comics.
And hanging out with Murdoch and Bat Sam.
And yes, those guys too. Is your wife's not going to be there?
Well, she will be.
Okay, you don't want me to hang out with her though. I get it. I understand. That's fair.
Well, you and Kate are already friends, so of course I'm going to hang out with her.
So. Okay, Gio, where can we hear from you on the internet?
We can geek them talking about anime and manga.
And you and I are going to do a video soon together reviewing some of these odd books. Apparently not Goat Boy and Bunny Monster, but other books that we've found interesting. Maybe we'll review those.
Read it. Just for the hell of it. We can talk about it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Now I'm going to read it. You bet. Yeah. Like the worst book. That's your Kirkman Award winner.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. You read Daphne Byrne and let me know how you feel.
All right. I'm going to add it to my list.
Don't call my bluff. Cut it out. You can find me, Omnidog, and Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault. So thank you to InStockTrades, our fabulous sponsor. Thank you to the chat tonight. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Go to Minister of Comics. He puts a lot of effort into his Instagram. And go to Week in Geekdom. He puts a lot into his stuff too. Happy fries. I don't put much effort into my stuff, but go ahead and go to my page, my website, whatever. Yeah, there I am. You know what I'm saying. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching afterwards. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Bye.
Bye.